previous 1,000 years, even plus, give or take, or minus, on those specific periods. I'll talk about a book publishers that produce a lot of books called Ahavat Shalom, because they really are doing incredible work within regards to publishing many of the great books of yesteryear. So I just speak about the house in of itself, and they actually really look at the Torah from the past generations and really investigate it. It's called Machon Ahavat Shalom, really going through various different sefarim, and it's part of the חברת, Ahavat Shalom respectively, which is actually, I believe, based in Israel. They are making an order within regards to different great books of the rabbis from previous years, from the great Rishonim and Achronim, until even, let's just say, great rabbis of our generation. Now, I think the rabbi who's at the head of this organization is Rabbi Yaakov Moshe Hillel, who's a head of the foundation of the Mostot Ahavat Shalom, and is doing absolutely amazing work. And I think his son, Rabbi Avraham Hillel, also is very much part of this incredible. In fact, I think Rabbi Moshe Hillel had one of his, I think it was his great-grandfather or grandfather, was a great rabbi from Iraq of the name Rabbi Avraham Hillel. We actually covered a video on at one stage in time, I think at the time of his Hilula. So they bring about, for many years, I think, many great books of the Rishonim and Achronim, as we said before, and much of the books are dealing with Torah and Kabbalah, respectively. There's many great books from which I think there's a set of the Etz Chaim, respectively, that came out, and I think 8 gates of Rabbi Chaim Vital. Rabbi Chaim Vital was one of the great rabbis from Tzfat, especially in the late 1500s, early 1600s, who we've spoken about on various occasions before, teachings of the Arizal, Rabbi Luria Ashkenazi, one of the famous Kabbalists also of Tzfat. He was actually the teacher, I believe, of Rabbi Chaim Vital. Very much great books. I recommend everyone to learn them in great depth. And I think from there's also books of Rav Sasson Mizrahi, another great rabbi. For example, the Kerem Shlomo of Rabbi Salomon Eliyahu, another great rabbi from, I believe, from Iraq also. And many of Rabbi Yaakov Moshe Hillel's books on Kabbalah, I think, also are published inside this house. Now, among the Rishonim, the great Rishonim, including the books of Rabbi Yehuda Gaon, the Hilchot Pesukot, I believe, and then the Michdavim Shel Rav David Ben Levi Min Rovona. I think that is actually in 7 volumes was printed. The Chidushei Hara'ah, this in 3 volumes. He was one of the Rishonim. Another great book, the Perush Arashbat, which is continuing on Mesechet Brachot, the Talmud tractate of blessings, Brachot. Now, among the Achronim is a phenomenal book of the Abir Yaakov, which I believe we've mentioned before on this series on various occasions. This of Rabbi Yaakov Shimshon Shabtai Sinigalia, and the Aderet Eliyahu from Rabbi Eliyahu Hatzarfati, another great rabbi we've mentioned about here on this series. Adam Yashar of the Arizal, great rabbi. The Otzrot Chaim of the Arizal also. Ohel Yaakov, Ohel Moshe, Rabbi Yaakov Moshe Toledano, another great rabbi. I think that is actually divided up into 4 different volumes. The Otzamin Hagei Chasidim Darchei Yoel, Rabbi Yoel Title Boim, another, I think, great Hasidic rabbi. So he's really encompassing rabbis from the different strands, let's just say, of different areas of the world who have made like an impact. Otzrot Chaim, which is, I think, of Rabbi Yosef Chaim, Rabbeinu Yosef Chaim, the great rabbi, I think, in 6 volumes, that is. Orach Tzadka, Rav Tzadka Chotzin. Remember, Rav Tzadka Chotzin was one of the great rabbis of Iraq, I believe, of his time. We've mentioned about him also on a video. I think his Hilula was actually at the start of the month of Adar, if I'm not mistaken. And I recommend everyone to look at those videos. Now, it's actually interesting, from rabbis from our generation, of course, Rabbi Yaakov Hillel has brought about many great Sefarim, including the Asadeh B'Shavchin, Seder on Sudat Shabbat, various different piyutim, let's just say, and songs. The Imrei Avram, Rabbi Avram Amar, absolutely amazing. Then there's also the Orech Misho, Harav Rachamim Chazan, the Zot Liyuda of Arav Yehuda Katzin. I believe Rav Yehuda Katzin was being a great Rav Yehuda Katzin, being a great Syrian rabbi, possibly from the Katzin rabbinic dynasty. And many of these books will come up with many different great teachings, which I recommend everyone to look at. Remember, it's a publishing house, And I've actually personally seen myself some of the phenomenal books that they have actually printed. Rabbi Yaakov Moshe Hillel is one of the leading Kabbalists in the world, I think, based in Jerusalem. I've actually had the privilege of, I think, being inside his Beit Knesset once or twice, many, many years ago. So I would recommend everyone to research about it and look at all the videos we're recording on the great rabbis of yesteryear. We've covered already inside this series nearly 1,000 biography videos of great rabbis from previous years. I recommend everyone to subscribe, please, now to the channel. And wishing you well. And please send me an email. Let me know where you're from. If you feel I should cover any specific rabbis you'd like me to include inside the series, maybe I haven't covered yet, if you look at the list, please send me an email. I would love to a recommendation and to do. If anyone is interested in watching any of these videos, please share these videos to other people. We're a community learning about the great Oriental rabbis, the great Spanish rabbis of yesteryear. So I think it's a perfect opportunity. Wishing you all a fantastic day here from the city of Bet Shemesh in the best country in the world, Israel. Thank you very much and have a great day.